This conference will now be
Could you please
recorded.
confirm our chat? Are you able to see the screen and also able to get the voice? I mean, right? Could you please confirm our chat? Okay, Santosh. Yeah. Okay, Kalyan. Okay, okay, Maheshwari. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, welcome to the session. So this course is on which Ansible with Terraform. Ansible with Terraform. So yeah, let's understand that. So what today's agenda? Okay. So today we will see our course content. Okay, our course content, and also what is Terraform, what is AWS, and what is DevOps, and how the Terraform will helps for the DevOps engineer, and how the Ansible will helps to the DevOps engineer. Okay, and what we are providing, right? So we can understand that. So before going to start our today's session, I would like to introduce myself, and also I want few details from you, like your name, and okay, and what are the tools you are known about DevOps? What are the tools you familiar with in DevOps? Okay, did you get training previously? Okay, this is the first time you're directly learning AWS and Ansible and Terraform. Okay, so just mention our chart. Okay, so then it will be easy, right? Can I learn directly the Ansible and Terraform? Are any prerequisite required, right? So then it will be easy for me to explain your doubts as well, right? So just mention your name and uh, what are the tools you are familiar with. Okay, yeah, so that this is your first time, right? Fine. Yeah, so coming to myself, this is Raju. I'm your trainer for the Ansible and Terraform course. Okay, and I have almost 10 years of IT experience. So I started my career as a Windows administrator, and then I moved to the AWS cloud, and I also worked on DevOps, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible. So different kinds of tools. Okay, so and also I trained many batches. Okay, and this kind of I'm only Kubernetes and Terraform batches and Ansible batches, right? So and also the AWS with DevOps course, okay, which will be a huge course. So you don't find that course content anywhere outside. Okay, so how we are giving the training? So we have the batches in normal weekdays. So then you can see our course content as well there. You can collect the course content from the management. So and yeah, so only from Suresh I got the detail, like he's learning for the first time and he don't know anything like any tools of DevOps. Can anyone familiar with the other tools just mentioned in the chart, or you can talk at the middle of the session if you have any doubt. Okay, you can feel free to interact with them. Okay, so yeah, so I can say what are the prerequisites for this. Okay, the AWS knowledge. Okay, so actually, yeah, so Docker Git Jenkins. Okay, so you need the prerequisites of AWS, few services like EC2. Okay, you need the EC2, EBS. Okay, load balancer. These are the prerequisites. Okay, and VPC. Okay, okay, and the Linux prerequisite, like Linux commands. So what I am providing here, okay, some 50 plus commands. So what I am providing here, so I will give these prerequisites, okay, Linux and AWS prerequisite I will give here. Okay, so yeah, this Terraform and Ansible, you're purely learning in depth. Okay, purely learning in depth. Okay, the course content, you can collect it from management, and this is your course content. Okay, so this is 30 hours, 30 sessions. Okay, you can say 30 hours session it is. Okay, total 30 hours. So within that, so what you are learning, okay, right, within that, what you're learning with Terraform real-time training, okay, and how, so at the end of this complete session, so you can write your own Terraform code, own Terraform scripts you can easily learn, okay. So in depth, like in a normal outside, they can show you, one second, let me save this. So in normal outside, they, how they will teach you, so they will show you only, for example, this is your AWS account, so how we can use Terraform to create like normal one EC2, normal one VPC, like that they will show, that's it. But in our course, you will learn here in depth of Terraform. Okay, here if you see, so you will learn the basics of the HCL language, HashiCorp language. Okay, so yeah, okay, I know Saiden. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad. Okay. Yeah, what is mutable and immutable infrastructure life cycle, uh, and you will learn the taints, which is very, very important uh, concept in Terraform. Okay, and also you will learn the blocks, tainting, right? Different, the in-depth knowledge you will learn here in Terraform and Ansible. And coming to the Ansible, okay, we have different topics. We are covering one semaphore, that is, everyone, Ansible is command line, right? So there is some GI based, that's tower, and also we have Ansible semaphore. I will explain that one as well. And in-depth coding, like how to use loops, okay, and handlers, okay. And at the end, you can do your work, okay. And also at the end of this Ansible and Terraform, we'll have two real-time projects, okay. We'll take additional two extra classes for the project explanation. So those who are not known, right, what is DevOps, and in the DevOps, right, how I can use Ansible and Terraform, right? So can anyone say that what is DevOps? What is DevOps? Right now it is a buzzword, right? So what is DevOps? Right? DevOps is, yeah, please make it interactive. Can anyone say that? What is DevOps? Please, DevOps. Does anyone, I mean, the unmute option is not available? That's why you're not talking?
We don't know, sir.
Tell me, what is DevOps?
No, I don't know, sir.
Yeah, thanks for confirming. Yeah,
Sir, please tell me, sir.
yeah, yeah, thanks. Yeah, DevOps is a process of automation to develop a software. So we are not developing any software, okay, because we no need to do any coding, okay. So DevOps is purely administration, okay, purely administration. And so DevOps is nothing but development with operation, the as per abbreviation, right? But not, you don't need to do any development, okay. So, and I can say DevOps is a practice. DevOps is a practice, okay.
ఏంటిది?
Sorry, please unmute. Someone is
ఇలా
muted,
కొట్టుకో, నేను
so
దిగాల
please mute yourself.
ఎప్పుడి ఎప్పుడి లైక్ కొడుతుంది
Someone is talking, please mute yourself. So DevOps. So DevOps, I can say it's a practice. Okay. So consider you have a application called WhatsApp. So this is your WhatsApp application. So client is, for example, our customer is trying to access this application. So they will hit some URL, right? So some, for example, www dot some hdfc.com. Okay. So if they are trying to hit this URL, they can see application, because application is running in one server, right? So this is my application server, okay, where my HDFC application is running. Okay. So, but how this application is running? So where the code is there? So the code will be in some code servers. This is our code server. Okay, this is your code server. Code server it is. Okay, and how the code is coming? So who will save? Who will develop the code? Who will upload the code into a code server? So there are some developers. So he's one developer, he's another developer, right? He's saving the code. But all the project code is in this location, right? In the code server. How the application server will get that code? So who will push the code? Who will build the application? So as a DevOps engineer, you will come to the picture here, okay, and you will, okay, you will take this entire code from the code server and you will build the application. You will build the application and you will copy the application to the application server. But where our Ansible comes to the picture? So our Ansible come to the picture here. So from the code server, how the application code is deployed, or how the application code is installed to the application server. So we are using here the Ansible, which is one of the deployment tool as well. We can deploy your application. Okay, so it can be application servers. Okay, maybe 3 or 4, for example. So Ansible is a configuration management tool. You can configure your servers. Okay, and also, right, so Ansible is a configuration management tool. So here DevOps engineer will take the code from the code server and will install the application into the application servers using Ansible. Okay, using Ansible, right? So Ansible is a configuration, right? Configuration management. So there are few other tools also in the market similar to the Ansible. Okay, so we have few more tools. I will list down those as well. So here, what we are doing as a DevOps engineer. So you are taking the code from the code server and you're deploying into the application servers, right? And then client started accessing it using this HDFs, right? The URL, okay? And here DevOps is nothing but a, okay, here DevOps is nothing but a tool, right? Single tool. It's a combination of tools. So here is our DevOps engineer, right? So here the developers, right? These two are developers. So for example, developer want to, okay, develop the code. So he need a computer, right? For example, this is his computer. In his computer, he started developing the code. In his computer, he need a Java software. Okay, who will install the Java software? So as a DevOps engineer, so in between you will use some Ansible tool, okay, and you will uh, use that Ansible tool to install the Java application. Okay, you should work with the developers. Okay, you don't need to develop any code. So you should collaborate with, so DevOps means development with operation. So you need to collaborate with different teams. So collaborate with different teams like developers, testers, database administrators, right? So different teams you should collaborate with. Okay, so and also DevOps is nothing but a single tool or a single technology. It's a process, like how project code is coming into the code server, how we are how we are deploying the code to the application servers. It's a process, okay? And also, DevOps is not a single tool, it's a combination of tools. So for configuration management tool, you're using Ansible. For Git, you are using some, for code server, you are using some Git tool. Okay. There are multiple tools in the DevOps. Okay. We have, okay, build tool for building the applications. We have some Maven and per, okay, deploying the applications. We can use Ansible, and also there is CI/CD tool called Jenkins, as Maheshwari said. Right? So yeah, Jenkins, right? And we have like monitoring tool. Okay, monitoring tool. So that is New Reliac. Okay, you will learn as advantage of New Reliac as well. So here, if you see, so these application servers are suddenly powered off. You need to know that when it is powered off, you need to get some notifications, right? So how you will get the new notification? So you can use new Reliac. So just draw this diagram, just draw this, or take a screenshot of it. Okay. So, so here DevOps is nothing but a single tool or a single technology. It's a combination of technologies. We have different tools in the market, right? So here you're learning CI/CD tool, right? You're learning the configuration management tool, CM tool, right? Ansible and Terraform. So Terraform is nothing but it's a infrastructure management tool. Infrastructure management, infrastructure as a code tool also we can say. Okay, so Ansible and Terraform, right? So, right. So DevOps is nothing but a combination of tools. You're learning these two because if you see the Naukri, right? So there are many opportunities for single tools as well. So you can look for only Ansible. Okay, you can see there are many jobs. So Ansible automation experts, you can see Ansible and Terraform combination jobs are there. Ansible and Terraform combination, Ansible and Terraform, right? So there are many jobs for the combination. Okay, that's why we are combined this Ansible and Terraform. Okay, so and here Ansible is nothing but configuration management, right? So consider that same scenario. There is two servers. Your manager is asking you to install Java. Okay, your manager is asking you to install Java in those softwares. So what you will do basically, so you will connect to those servers, right? And you will install the Java application. But if you have 100 plus servers, you have only 1 hour of time. You have 100 plus servers, you have only 1 hour of time. So how you will do that? So the time is not there to connect and install manually. Hmm? So here what you will do, we can use the Ansible, the configuration management tool, okay? And we can start installing by integrating these 100 plus servers to the main Ansible server. We can call this Ansible is a master server it is, okay? So, and from this Ansible master server, we can run simple commands, some Ansible install Java or Ansible hyphen playbook, okay? java.aml. So, and you will provide some instructions and it will go and install the Java in 100 plus servers and without any human mistakes. For example, if you're doing manually, you may miss something, but here a file, right? So in that file, you will provide the instructions. So it will, without any human errors and with the quicker approach, you are installing, and it reduces some mistakes as well, right? So Ansible is a configuration management tool. You can do configurations like copying a file, updating a file, right? Creating a file. So there are many advantages, but there are many advantages. There is not only the Ansible in the market, there are other tools as well. There are other tools like we have Puppet. Can anyone say any other tool? We have, it start with C, right? Chef,
Maven.
Salt Stack. So you said Maven, right? Maven is a build tool. Okay. So we have
Chef.
Salt Stack.
Git.
Yeah, Git
Chef
is a build tool. Okay, only these three. Okay. So Puppet, Chef, and Salt Stack. Other tools like other configuration management tools. Okay. And but why we are preferring here Ansible? What are the main advantages? So, right, what are the main advantages? For example, there are same these three servers here. Okay, and there is a master server, right? So this is the master server, right? So, and these are right remote servers. So here your task is creating one file in these three servers. Okay, creating a file in these three servers. There are other tools also like Chef, Puppet, and SaltStack, but why we are preferring this Ansible? So why we are preferring, if it is Chef, you need to install Chef in this master server and also these three servers, also in the three servers. If it is Puppet, okay, and you need to install Puppet in all. The main advantage, it is agentless, right? You don't need to install anything in agents. The main advantage, Ansible, main advantage, right, is agentless, and also it is open source. Open source means, what is open source? Anyone say that? What is open source?
It's free.
It's
Freely available.
It is open source. That means anyone can download and anyone can install, right? So yeah, we should use some technologies, right? Anyone can download and anyone can install. So that will be some real-time guys can say like that, right? So agentless, okay, and it is open source. Anyone can download and anyone can install. So, and also it is push-based mechanism. Push-based. It is push-based. So here push-based is nothing but, okay, here is your master server, right? Here from master server, you're pushing the updates to the remote servers. We can call all these are agents. Okay, these 100 servers or 3 servers, anyone, any day, right? So those we can call it agents. So here we are pushing the approaches, right? We are pushing the changes to the agents. But other like Chef and Puppet, those are pull based. So from agent side, you need to run some commands. Okay, and here master, we can uh, we are pushing the updates, right? From master, you're running some commands, Ansible playbook and the playbook name, right? So, and also one other important feature is module support. So Ansible is actually from Red Hat. Okay, Red Hat is purchased that. You can see Ansible, Red Hat. Okay, so Ansible is from Red Hat. Okay, and it is open source, right? And you have module support. If you see, we have the module support. Okay, you can use Ansible with Terraform. You can use Ansible with AWS. Okay, that means you can, for example, these three servers are AWS servers. Okay, you have the AWS module support. Okay, you can do in module, like AWS side, you can do the configuration changes. Okay, and you can do Azure side configuration changes. Okay, and you can do the on-premises, that means own cloud, you can do that. And you can do in Windows servers, and you can do it in Linux servers, right? There is a module support is there. Okay, so the main advantages, okay, why we are preferring rather than other, and also we have some agent tower support as well, but that is not free. Okay, so these are the main advantages of Ansible, why we are preferring rather than other tools in the market. Okay, and coming to the Terraform, right? So to understand about Terraform, we need to know what is cloud, what is AWS, because Terraform is an infrastructure management tool, and you should know what is AWS or what is cloud. So we should understand about cloud service providers. So does anyone having AWS account in our
Yes,
course,
sir.
in our class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Those who are not having, just mention chart, or you can say no. Can't identify who said no. That's why I'm asking. Just better chart. So yeah. So here, if you're observing, what are the servers you're seeing? Okay. Mostly we will maintain in AWS. Okay. Mostly we are maintaining in AWS. Okay. Why AWS? So for example, okay, consider one application. Okay. Okay, Sandeep, you don't have the account, so I will show you. Okay, how to create AWS account. So consider this is your there is a one requirement is came up to your company. You have one IT company, so they need some 1 month application or 2 months application they need. Okay, they need a 2 months application. So for example, it's a fruit business, fruit shop, or yeah. So what you will do, you will purchase 2 servers, right, for the application, and you will install the application, and you will take one room for rent, right, and you are paying the current bills, right, and you are paying the room rent, right, and the internet bill, and you are paying the salary for the developer who is the developing the code, right, and you are paying the uh, for example, the infrastructure bill like room rent, those, I mean the infrastructure like AC, those you are paying, right? So what happens suddenly after 1 month, suddenly the customer is not in the project, they want to left, so they left suddenly. Okay, what you have to do, still you have to pay room rent, current bill, internet bill, infrastructure bill, still you have to pay, and you can't sell these servers, we can't sell the computers, 4 GB or 16 GB computers what you have purchased, right? So in this kind of situations, these cloud service providers are coming up. They said we have our own data centers, okay, in different locations, in different locations, right? So you can create your server there, and you can pay the money how much you use. So here DevOps here, right? So pay as you go price. For example, if you use for 1 month, pay as you go pricing. If you are use for 1 month, you have to pay only 1 month. If you are using for 1 day, you have to pay only 1 day bill. The room rent, right? Infrastructure, everything is managed by cloud only. Everything is managed by cloud only. Whether it can be AWS. Do you know what other tools? What are the service providers there in the market? Competition to the AWS. Can anyone?
Azure, GCP.
Yes. So the cloud service provider is nothing but managing your resources, right? Instead of purchasing, right? In managing the servers in cloud without purchasing, right? So if you are purchasing, you have to maintain in a room and you have to pay everything, right? Every bills you have to maintain, right? So there are other tools, as someone said, right? So there are Azure, there is GCP, and the main is our course, right? AWS. So AWS is a cloud service provider, right? So what is the full form of AWS? Can anyone?
Amazon Web Service,
Oh, okay. What is GCP?
Google
Google.
Cloud provider.
Yes.
Google Cloud provider.
Google Cloud Platform or Google Cloud provider, Amazon Web Services, right? So Google Cloud Platform, right? So GCP, right? And yeah, as per name, you can say it's from Google, right? Amazon is from AWS is from Amazon, and Azure is from, there is no
Microsoft.
any full form. It's from Microsoft, right? So right, so they are providing many services, not only the right, not only this server creation. You can store your data as well. So I will connect to my AWS account. So let me connect to that. So aws.amazon.com. Just sign into the console, right? So this is my AWS account. I'm directly connecting, but I will show you how to create a AWS account. Those who are not having, right? So I will show you. This is my AWS account. Okay. So as I told you, there are different data centers, right? Here, data center is nothing but collection of systems, collection of servers. So if you see here, data center is nothing but, right, collection of systems. Okay, it's a room having collection of systems like that. There are larger servers. Okay, so AWS is having data centers in different locations. They have the data center in Mumbai, they have data center in Osaka, Ireland, London, Paris, right? So they have, right, different data centers in different regions, right? So these are the different locations they have data centers. You can create your servers. There are different services they are providing. So there are major 60 plus services. So as a DevOps engineer, you can know some 15 plus services. So if you want to create a server, you can use this EC2 service. If you want to store some data, you can use this storage service. So S3 is one of the storage service. Okay. So what the good thing here, you will learn some AWS services as well in this course. For example, this is one of the application I stored in the bucket. So this is the simple application I have stored it. Okay, in the S3, okay, of AWS. S3 is for storage, simple storage service. Okay. So not only servers, you can create your storages. Okay, and for example, if I want to upload any file, okay, you can simply, for example, I want to upload this some file like this WinSCP file. You can simply drag and drop, okay, and it will get uploaded. Okay, you see it is uploading. This is your how you're doing. You're doing it manually, right? Through Ansible also you can do it. If you have 10 plus AWS accounts, okay, if you have 10 plus AWS account, so or if you have 10 plus servers, right? If you want to do that, so no need to do it manually, right? So we can integrate, okay, with the AWS account, okay, and you can run it, okay, you can execute it. right? So no need to do it manually. We have different tools. So for example, let's go to the server. So for server creation, we have some EC2 is one of the servers. Okay, so you can create your servers. Okay, if you see, so I have one of my Docker server which is running. Okay, so in my Docker, I'm running some Jenkins as well. So this is my Docker. In the Docker, I'm running the Jenkins. Okay, so how I created? I created manual. So this server creation I did manually. So if you want to create, you can create through Ansible, and also you can create through Terraform. Okay, here Terraform is an infrastructure as a code tool. So what are the things you're doing it manually in a AWS? For example, I want to create a server. You can simply launch the server. If you want Windows, you can see if you want AWS Windows, or if you want Red Hat, if you want Ubuntu server, what are the application server you want, you can simply create it manually. So you can use Terraform as well. So let's understand what is Terraform. Okay, so let's see that. So I can say Terraform is infrastructure management. Okay, so simple. Consider this is your AWS account, right? So if you want to create a server, how we are creating? Simple, right? So we are going to EC2 service and you are just launching the instance, right? So you are simply creating a, for example, I want a Windows server. So I will explain this, what is EC2. I will provide the prerequisite for you, right? I will explain this prerequisite tools as a free. So I want Windows, you can simply select Windows name. And I want Windows operating system. That's why I selected Windows. And I want 1 GB RAM for my system. And I am using my Docker file as a password. And I want 30 GB C drive. That's it. I want to create a server, Windows server. Right? I just created my Windows server. I have already Docker server which is running. So what I told initially. So AWS is using pay as you go pricing. How much you use, that much you can pay. For example, I don't want to use this Docker server now. You can simply stop it. Then you don't need to pay any money to AWS. Okay, this is your Windows server. How I created? I just used manual steps, right? So I provided the name, I selected the RAM size, hard disk size, and I selected the OS. So same thing you can use from Terraform. Consider this is my Terraform tool. Okay, so this is one server. In the server, I installed Terraform. Okay, so you can use some files. We can say those are .tf files. Terraform .tf files. Okay, and you can run, you can write some lines there, code there, and you can deliver or you can create a resources in AWS. This is your AWS account. So how you're doing it manually, AWS account, and this is your Terraform, and okay, and the code will be in the .tf file format. You can simply run some Terraform, some upplay command, okay, and you validate your code using Terraform validate command. So what is the main advantage? You can manage the state of the server. For example, the server, one server, EC2 server, Windows server you created, okay, you can update it. For example, I am using 1 GB RAM for my this Windows server. So I want to update 1 GB to some 4 GB. Okay, so you can manage the state of a server. Okay, you can manage the state of your server, and not only the Windows. So Terraform, the main advantage of Terraform. So same, Terraform is open source advantages, right? The main advantages, right? Terraform is open source. Everyone can download and everyone can install it. and Terraform is having the cloud modules. So Terraform is supportable for AWS, Azure, okay, and GCP, right? So having cloud modules, it's for supports for all clouds, as Sai Kumaran said, right? So yes, the main advantages, and also so you can go to the website called how we have Red Hat is supporting the Ansible. We have the company called which one? Which company, can anyone say that? Terraform is from HashiCorp. HashiCorp is the company. So it's a open source, yes, I said initially, right? So you can manage the state of that. Okay, you can simply run different commands, okay, and we have the different community. You can ask your doubts there as well, okay. Certification also provided outside, okay, right? And it's have the, yes, infrastructure you're creating as a code. We have the module support, okay. We have the registry. So in AWS, we are in Ansible, we are saying modules, right? So this is Terraform, right? So right, so the main advantage is providing the support to different clouds using registry. Right? So this is registry. So registry support is there, and you can download it. So coming to Ansible, right? So I want to use both Ansible and Terraform. So how we can use it? So for example, I created, okay, multiple servers in AWS account using, okay, this is Linux using Terraform, and I want to use Ansible. You can create a Ansible server, and you can use Ansible for configuration changes, okay. Ansible, right? So you can use it for configuration changes, right? So I want to install some uh, .NET application, okay, in the Windows server. You can use Ansible, okay. So you can do that. Okay, Terraform can maintain the state but not do the configuration changes, okay. So you can do the configuration changes, right? So using in Terraform, you are using this .tf files. In Ansible, we are using what files? Can anyone? We are using AML files. We are using AML. AML is nothing but at another markup language. At another markup language. Okay, we can use it at another markup language. Okay, so you can use it. Okay, so we have .tf file, and we have the yet another markup language YAML files. Okay, so we can use YAML, and we have used .tf files. Okay, so coming to Ansible course content, so this is one we are covering. Okay, so this is Ansible course content. Okay, so we are using yeah, introduction, how the basic terminologies, okay, and the what is playbooks, and what is the advanced concept. So the loops, conditions, handlers, roles, and tags, how we can secure your passwords, right? How we can secure passwords, right? You can use management, right? So this is the course content, right? So just note down this diagram, okay? So we can use AML files, okay, Ansible AML files, and here we are using the Terraform.tf files. So we have a simple project. I will show the diagram how we can use Ansible and Terraform in one project, okay? So just note down, or you can take the screenshot. Yeah, so this is a project diagram which we are going to understand in our course. Okay, so yeah, right. So we are using Ansible and we are using Terraform. Okay, and we are using AWS. AWS here we are using, right? So we are creating simple 4 servers. Okay, so we have uh, different yeah group of pub subnets. Yeah, so yeah, how Terraform will come to the picture. Okay, so in Terraform we are using YAML files, those we can say playbooks. Okay, and Terraform we have the .tf files. So what he setting here, so the Terraform server also we are creating through Ansible. Okay, and so through Terraform we are doing some updates in the Ansible server. So we are managing 2 Ansible servers here, and from this another Ansible server we are doing the configuration changes in the AWS, and you are provisioning some public subnet, private subnets through Terraform provider called AWS, and you are provisioning the resources. Okay, so we have many projects. We have many mini projects and many assignments we are covering here. Okay, so anyway, we have the Windows server. Similarly, let's create a Linux server also. Okay, so this is your AWS account, right? So if you want to create a Linux server, same, you can click on launch instance, right? And so this is my Linux server. Okay, and you can select the Linux operating system, Amazon Linux. Okay, I want Linux. Okay, and I want to directly launch it. So no need to change anything. This is your Linux server. All right. So you have your Windows server. I want to connect to my Windows. So why do we need to use two? Yeah, you can use it one. So to understand. So that's it. So you can use it one, but the Terraform server creation also I'm using Ansible. So this is your on-premises local server. So locally you need one server to create a Terraform, right? You need a we are managing the Terraform server creation also using one server, right? One account, one server. You can do it from one also. Directly you can create a Terraform server in AWS manually. Right. So yeah, so this is the Linux server, this is the Windows server. Let me connect to the Linux. So you can select a server, okay, and you can click on connect, and you can use the RDP client file. You can download it. Username is administrator. Password, I used one file. I want to upload it. Then only I can get. This is my Docker file I used. Okay, just this is the password, and this is the Linux AWS Windows server. Right, so it is asking the password. Administrator is the username. Password I just uploaded. Okay, and this is my Windows server. I'm able to connect it. This is my AWS Windows server. It's connecting, and this is my Linux server in AWS. I want to connect to that. Just click on connect. Easy to instance connect. Just click on connect to the server. So I'm connecting to the Linux. I'm connecting to the Windows. This is my Linux server. Here you can run different commands: time, date, current location. So as which user I connected, I want to list down some files. You can use ls command, right? I want to see the IP address of my system. I can use the IP address command, right? We can discuss almost 50 plus major Linux commands, so which will be helpful to continue this course. So this is your Windows and this is your Linux. If you are not using permanently, you can close it Okay, and if you don't want permanently, you can select the server, you can delete it. Okay, you can simply delete it. Okay, so this is my Linux server. Okay, I just want to connect as a root user. What is root user and what the advantage of that, we can discuss in coming classes. So please create a AWS account before coming to tomorrow class. Tomorrow also same time, so 8 to 9. Okay, so aws.amazon.com. So from coming weeks, so this week we have only 1 hour, 1 hour. For coming weeks we have 2 hours, 3 hours, like that. So we'll have some half an hour gap, like we'll plan 8 to 11 or 8 to 10. Okay, so then only our course can be completed, within the 1.5 month, right? So otherwise, only since it is a complete weekend batch, I know those guys are already working, right? You guys are already working. So if you want to create an account, just go to the aws.amazon.com. Just click on sign in. Okay, if you want to create an AWS account, and you can click on create a new AWS account. So if you want to create a AWS account, you need the things called, you need a Gmail, okay, and you need, for AWS account creation account, you need Gmail account, and you need a credit or a debit card. Okay, you need these two. So here you need to provide your email address, and you have to provide your account name. Okay, you need to provide these two. Once you provided, so you can follow this document. Okay, I will share this document with you. Okay, you can follow the document. So second, so under the documents, the docs, right. Just follow this document. You can select this document from the management. Okay, still it's opening. 1 second. Yeah, it is opening. So right, so once you go to aws.amazon.com, so you have to follow 5 steps. Okay, you need to provide email, password, confirm password, account name, right? And the next step, you need to provide account name again, and yes, they will confirm some through the OTP, and you need to provide your personal details, right? So, and also you need to provide, right, the credit card or debit card information in the next section, right? And you have to confirm it through the OTP. So you will get some mobile OTP to your mobile number, and AWS will deduct the 2 rupees from your AWS account. AWS will deduct 2 rupees. So once the 2 rupees are deducted, that means your account is in good state. So then you can select the plan. Just select free plan. There are 3 plans, but just select free plan. So that means, so it is free for 12 months, not completely free. Some conditions apply. We can discuss that in tomorrow class. Okay, and yes, just go for basic support free plan. So once it is done, AWS will take some 30 minutes to 1 hour to activate it. Okay, just come up to the tomorrow class and also install one of the software called Visual Studio. Okay, VS Code. So just install it. Okay, just go to this one and download it. Okay, just download the Visual Studio Store for Windows. If you are using Windows, just download it. Once it is downloaded, just please go ahead and install it. Okay, Visual Code, VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, so yeah, there are different features are there to manage the code, right? So yes, how to install? Just open that file and I accept the code agreement. Just click on next, right? So yeah, please mute yourself. Someone is unmuted. Just click on next and next, install, right? So what we can do, Yes, please install this Terraform, install VS Code, and we can meet and understand the continuation, okay, of basics of AWS, and then we can start Ansible from tomorrow. Okay. So any doubts? So now we have the session time for doubts. Any doubts?
Yeah, see, I'm Sandeep. Hello.
Hi, Sandeep.
Yeah. So basically, I'm from a mainframe developer.
Okay.
I have 3 years of experience in mainframe. So presently,
Okay.
I want that technology change for the career growth. So is this Terraform as a future? I what is the future in the Terraform actually?
Yeah, you have good future right now because coming 15 years, okay, you no need to worry about. So, but the only Terraform and Ansible, okay, will not work. You need these prerequisites, okay. So, and once you know this prerequisite, and you also need to know complete AWS. Complete means 15 major services. So you need to learn AWS 15 plus. So what are the prerequisites I'm providing? This will not completely work. So you need to learn the 15 plus services, and we are planning the 1 day AWS session. Then there we will cover it. But the future for 15 years, it will be in the huge market. I showed you in the initial class, right? I opened the Naukri and I showed you how many jobs are there. The people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Initially, I showed
But
you the
see,
future is more
uh,
for see that Ansible and Terra. It's a combination of jobs. Okay, so AWS, I mean, the DevOps is having more tools, but so the combination is there: Ansible, Terraform, Docker, Kubernetes, right? So you need to work on all the tools. There will be combinations in the organization as well. Okay.
basically, I'll be a fresher for this technology, right? So there'll be openings for freshers.
Freshers. So yeah, you can look for it. Okay. So there will be at least 1 year experience. So in which year you passed out?
I'm 2016 passed out.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, then yeah, we can whatever the course you're learning. So that's why you're learning your advanced course. Okay. So this 30 hours you're learning advanced. You can go for 2 years or you can go for 3 years of experience. Okay. What are the course you're learning? It is equal to 5 years. So the advanced concepts we are covering. Okay. There will
Hello,
be
sir. Good
no
morning.
only with Ansible and Terraform. There is no fresher openings. Okay, that's why you need to know some prerequisites. Okay, that's why you're covering prerequisites as well. These are the prerequisites. Okay.
Okay, prerequisites means in Amazon Web Service there are different type of services. So we need to know about that 15 services. You're saying,
Yeah,
right?
if you learning is enough. Otherwise, I will cover the prerequisites. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Please. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Anyone? Yes.
Hello, sir. Naveen here, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Sir, like in DevOps, I know about like there are so many tools, sir, right? Do you think Ansible and Terraform is the only two tools to get rid of the job, sir? Or you can learn about
Yeah.
another other tools also, sir?
No. You need to know the AWS,
Okay.
Ansible, and Terraform. These three,
Okay.
they're mainly concentrated on interview. Other tools you
Okay.
need to know like Maven to crack an interview. Okay, that's why I'm
Okay.
asking prerequisites. So Maven you need to know, and you need to know Tomcat. Those are fine. Okay, these three and Linux basics I'm covering. That's why. Okay,
Okay.
so these also you will cover in our course. Okay.
Okay. So this like Terraform and Ansible is like a fresher point of view. So you're saying about like experience point of view, sir.
There is no fresher, only Ansible and Terraform. So Ansible and Terraform, you need to have at least 2 to 3 years gap to put some experience. So there is nothing only for freshers for Ansible and Terraform. and there is pressure for only AWS.
Okay. So one more
Okay,
thing, sir. Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, are you taking any weekdays batch, sir? Or are you taking only weekend batch, sir?
It's only weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Is there like any batches there, sir, to move on in weekdays? Like I'm asking, sir, that one.
Yeah, just
In
check with
future one.
management. Yeah, just check
Okay.
with management.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
okay. So this is Sandeep again. So if in Terraform and Ansible there will be any coding, or it's a zero coding
Scripting.
platform?
It's a scripting. It's a scripting. There is no coding required. It's a scripting
Okay.
now. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Sai Kumar. Currently, actually, I'm working as a cloud engineer, AWS somewhere. So I'm just wanted to integrate with the DevOps. So here, actually, can we do the total infrastructure provisioning using Ansible?
Who want to provision the resources in AWS using Ansible? Am I correct?
Yeah. Is it possible?
Yeah,
Like
we can
all?
do that. Yeah, it is possible. But the complete state we cannot manage through Ansible. So that's why you're going for Terraform. So on
Okay.
Terraform also, using the module support, we have a state file in Terraform. That state file will manage all the uh, things of that. So
Okay. Actually, in Terraform, actually, it's one language, right? So SCL. So we have to remember like these all the script are, is there any official documentation for the SCL language? So just we need to
yeah,
modify.
there is a website, right? That HashiCorp website. There you can find out, and also I will teach here the HashiCorp language. Okay, basics.
Okay, so we don't need to remember I mean, right? The syntax
You
and all.
don't need to remember, but in the interviews they will ask write a simple Terraform file for creating EC2 instance. So that point
Oh,
we will cover. Okay, and
okay.
how to create a VPC. So if it is advanced, everyone will review some documents and write it in the organizations, because no one is a masterminded, right? So
Yes.
it may be
That,
out of 100, maybe 2 or 3. Right? Everyone
that,
will review the documents. Once you joined, you have the time to review it. And Maunika, this is advanced course, Amma. So this is advanced course. So if you know basics of Terraform, yeah, you can easily learn the advanced. And if you don't know anything, still you can learn it. So we'll have a real-time exposure here. So we'll have everything in a diagrammatic approach, how the flow is going on, right?
Hello, sir. Naveen here again.
Yes, Navin.
Sir, are you after completion of this course, sir? Are you going to teach like any like live project like that, sir? Like
Yeah,
how
I
we can
told
able to?
we are covering two real-time projects. This is the one in that. Okay, this is the live project we are covering.
Okay. So what's the duration of the course, sir? You were saying about this Terraform and
Yeah,
Ansible, sir?
I said this is a 30 hours of course.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am a cloud.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Please unmute and talk.
Sir, Suresh here.
Yeah. Hi, Suresh.
Sir, I am cloud certified as well as certified in Ansible from Red Hat. So, sir, like I was looking for only Terraform. So the thing is like I have already done basics of Terraform, but I was preparing for HashiCorp certification. So do we cover a certification level Terraform here?
Yeah. I will cover certification level, and I will provide some interview questions and dumps as well. I have. Okay. So if you are preparing for the Terraform examination, I have some dumps. I will help you on that dumps as well.
Sure. Like I'm actually not specified looking for Ansible, but only for Terraform part.
Yeah. Good to have both, and anyway, you're on the right path.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is Lokesh. I'm looking for Azure DevOps with Terraform combination. So, but I thought this is like AWS with Terraform, right? So, how is it going to be useful for me?
For you, yeah, it's not for Azure, it's for AWS only. You want to learn that? Yeah, you can learn it, but the AWS DevOps, Azure DevOps is different. The Azure DevOps is not covered here. So there will be some other batches. Please check with management. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, Raju. I am Anand.
Anand.
Yeah. Actually, after completing Terraform and Ansible, actually, I am working as a server admin and try to create infrastructure and configuration. So, after completing Terraform and Ansible, we can create a lot of server in at a time with same configuration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do that. You can, I mean, you can evaluate, and you can do some research and development for your company R&D, and you can wrote the playbooks easily. You can wrote some roles, .tf files, Terraform files, infrastructure. You can do that easily. So with this course, only thing you have to
Okay. And
practice what you are learning here.
you will provide training on AWS. So same like we can use Terraform and Ansible on GCP and Azure like this. Same like.
No, the code will be different for that. The code modules will be different, but the concept is
Okay.
same. Concept is same. So you can refer some documents and you can do that. So the concept is same.
And we'll provide any documents, any
Yeah,
like notes like
yeah. You will get the
after.
recording, and you will get the class material, soft copies.
Okay. And if any class if I missed, so can check. Can I manage
You
with
will
recording?
get the recording, right? You can follow that recording. You will get that
Okay.
recording.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, and before going to provision the infrastructure, so we should know the knowledge about the particular services, right? Like in Azure and GCP also. I mean,
Azure
before
GCP
going
we are
to,
not covering. We are covering AWS, right? So I'm covering AWS prerequisite services. That's why I said here GCP.
yeah, that's all. Like we should know knowledge about like particular services, like how we can create a console. So
Yeah,
same.
basic manual creation I will show, and through Terraform how we can create also I will show that.
Okay, great.
Otherwise it will be tough, right? So to understand, yeah, I will cover. Okay. So okay guys, I hope everyone is good. We can meet tomorrow, okay, at the same time. And yeah, course content you can collect it from management Naveen. The Ansible also we have some certification. I will discuss tomorrow. What are the Ansible certification? What are the Terraform certifications? We can discuss that tomorrow. Right? What are the servers you have created? Just make sure you're stopping or you make sure you're deleting. Okay. So we can meet tomorrow at the same time. So we have tomorrow 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes class, and from next week onwards, okay. So we have like 2 hours classes or 2 hours, like 3 hours. Okay. Just check with management if you want course content or anything. Just check. Thank you guys. Happy weekend.
Thank you.